in the calm heart of a quiet meadow, where golden sunlight touched the grass, and the wind whispered gently through the tall trees. A peaceful afternoon was about to turn into a moment of danger, courage, and unbelievable bravery. A mother elephant grazed slowly with her little calf beside her, enjoying the cool breeze. She had no idea that hidden in the tall grass nearby, something ancient and deadly was silently watching her every move. A giant python, longer than a small truck, with dark metallic scales, lay perfectly still, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The mother elephant lowered her head to drink from a small stream, and in that instant, the python launched forward with terrifying speed, its enormous body wrapped around her legs like a crushing machine. The mother elephant let out a loud, desperate trumpet that echoed across the meadow, a cry filled with pain and fear. She tried to pull back, but the snake's grip tightened even more. Dust rose into the air. Birds flew from the trees. The peaceful meadow instantly transformed into a terrifying battlefield. Her baby calf cried helplessly, too young and too weak to do anything. Not far away, a group of villagers were collecting firewood. The first cry made them pause, but the second cry, sharper, louder, filled with panic, told them something was terribly wrong. One man shouted for everyone to follow, and they all grabbed whatever tools they had: ropes, bamboo sticks, and machetes. Without wasting a second, they ran toward the sound. With each step, the cries became louder, and the men knew they were racing against time. When they reached the meadow, they froze for a moment in shock. The huge mother elephant was struggling to stand as the python's thick coils tightened around her legs. Her calf stood nearby, crying for its mother. The snake was massive, its body as thick as a man's chest, its eyes locked with predatory focus. But the men didn't hesitate. A life was in danger, and they were the only ones who could save her. They spread out, trying to distract the python. One man waved his arms, shouting loudly to divert the snake's attention. Another grabbed the tail of the python and tried to pull it away, but the snake tightened its grip, squeezing so hard the elephant nearly collapsed. Her cry was heartbreaking, but instead of scaring the men, it fueled their determination. They quickly tied ropes around the python's tail. 3 men pulled with their full strength, but the snake's muscular body refused to budge. Minutes felt like hours. The elephant's legs were shaking. The python moved its coils higher, inching dangerously toward her chest. If it reached that point, it would be over. The men knew they had only moments left. Sweat dripped down their faces. Their hands burned from gripping the ropes, yet they refused to give up. One of the villagers suddenly shouted that he had an idea. He broke a strong branch from a nearby tree and rushed over with it. He pushed the branch between the python's coils and used all his weight to pry the snake open. For the first time, the python loosened just a little. That tiny opening was all the men needed. More villagers ran in, grabbing the coils with ropes and sticks, pulling with everything they had. The mother elephant felt the grip weaken. Gathering her remaining strength, she pushed backward, giving the men a chance to pull the python even further away. The python hissed violently, uncoiling and striking at the men in fury, but they stood their ground. 3 men pulled hard at its tail, while 2 others tried to stop the snake's head from twisting back toward the elephant. Dust covered the air, and the ground shook from the elephant's struggle. Then, with one final effort, one final combined pull, the python was forced completely off her. The massive snake thrashed wildly on the ground before quickly slithering back into the tall grass, disappearing as silently as it had come. The meadow went quiet again. The mother elephant stood trembling, breathing deeply, her legs weak but finally free. Slowly, she lifted herself fully upright. Her calf ran to her side, pressing its small head against her body in relief. The villagers stood watching, their clothes dusty, their bodies exhausted, but their hearts filled with pride.